Hey guys, it's your M.K.S here, back here in another video. It's quite glorious outside still, and it's like nearly 7 o'clock, so it's really good. I love lovely blue sky and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, thought I'd make this video for a bit of fun. I know I've probably mentioned before, like Imagine Ifs is like something I did in a drama class. So it's where you sit around and on a chair in a group, and you talk about your imaginations. So I thought I'd do something like that. And as it's Friday and I have these patterns, Friday is like a day I like to have for fun, and I like these alliterations and things like that. Although I do like to try and have fun every day if I can, and I'd love to see something funny or hear something funny and have fun every single day, at least a little bit, but especially on Fridays and Sundays, and in particular on Fridays. But anyway, so I thought I'd make this video for a bit of fun and talk about my imaginations for the, as I've said this time, I've used the term Indigenous people of the Americas, but as I said before, like all of the Americas, and sometimes I use the term native or homogenous or whatever, so I use these terms interchangeably. So, but this time I've decided to use the term Indigenous. Anyway, I had a few ideas. I wasn't, again, I have like sometimes idea overload, so I thought I'd try and stick to this idea. I struggle to stick to one idea at a time a lot of time, but anyway. So yeah, so I was thinking like it would be great to see more. Imagine if more Native American or Indigenous Americans, people of the Americas, were like involved in filmmaking, like as producers, directors, actors, actresses, and so forth. And I'd love to find out about famous Native Americans and help more to become famous and be encouraged generally. And also, I was thinking like I think it's a dyslexia thing. I've got quite an imagination, but I thought if I ever made a film or worked on a film project with about Native Americans, or anyone who does work on films about Native Americans, perhaps they should have at least some Native American involvement in the films, so that the films are like sort of culturally appropriate or sensitive. So I thought some consultation between, so every film that's made about Native Americans, I think, should have some sort of discussion with the community to make sure that it represents them in the way they feel is respectful and stuff like that. So I think it'd be great in the future if pretty much, although I wouldn't want to force that on people, but I think it would be great if any film, preferably all films that were based on or about Native Americans, Indigenous Americans, whichever term you prefer, or people from the Americas, would be, I'd say Indigenous peoples of any area really, but would be have some consultation with the people excuse me, from that area, so that or from that background, so they can talk about what's respectful to them or not. Some of my other imaginatives are like, again, for Native Americans to produce their own films, produce, direct, make more producers, directors, and all that, and especially encourage young girls, like help them out with like it would be great if there were some mentors or teachers or trainers who taught them how to make films or how to be involved in making films, so to like empower them so they get their story told. And also like 10% of all all property, land and wealth ownership. Maybe it's a big like pipe dream of mine, but I think it'd be pretty cool if native people, in Indigenous or Native, or whichever, First Nations, whichever term you prefer to use, had possibly 10% of the property, wealth or land ownership. And also imagine if people from the Americas, like people from the Americas, united together and supported each other and worked together to encourage each other and have each other's back, and like all over the Americas, like Canada, America itself, Mexico, Peru, and so China, then Chile, Argentina, basically all of the Americas. I don't know how many countries are in the Americas, because geography is not really my strength, but all of the Indigenous or First Nation people, and even like friends of the Indigenous people, like work together to support them and empower them, like have their voices heard, again help them more to become producers, directors, actors, actresses, and be involved in filmmaking and become famous, and play football, like American football, but also like British football, soccer, which I've talked a bit about before. But yeah, so like in sports generally, perhaps. Which perhaps I'll talk more about on Sports Saturday and Sports Sunday, me and my iterations. yeah, so like, I'd love to support their businesses and their reservations as much as possible, especially the poorer ones, like to do better, and those who have done well could like train, support their fellow Indigenous people of the Americas, and again unite. Imagine if they united together, all of the Indigenous people from the Americas, maybe even like their allies or friends, people who support them. Talking about like Native American lives matter, Native peoples of the Americas lives matter, and tackling some of the poverty in like Indigenous communities in Canada, America, Mexico, Brazil, again all of the Americas as well, like tackling the poverty, making sure they have clean water, healthy food. No, I don't have healthy food myself, but at least food that is as healthy as possible, I suppose. I try to have more fruit like chocolate, orange, and stuff like that, or stuff like pearl drop sweets, which don't really have fruit. Sorry, I was trying to make a joke there, but yeah. So as ever, I'd love to hear what you think about this idea and what your imaginations would be for the Native American people. Hopefully positive. Please leave whatever comments you want down below and in the comment section. And I'm probably going to get some dinner to eat and try and think of some more ideas. Anyway, I'm out. Peace and love. Hope you have a great time wherever you are.